Alright, welcome everyone. Hope you all are having a good Wednesday today. Hey Jerome. Telepux, how's it going? Welcome everyone. Lori. Hope you all are doing well. Excited to get back to another Bob Moss stream, right? That's never gonna get old. Hey Joshua, how's it going? Love the builds and creativity. Well, thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. Appreciate having you here. Hey Sandra. Welcome, welcome. Alright, so yeah, without further ado, let's jump in and get started. It's been an exciting week as well. Launch of RuneScape Dragon Wilds last week, and a bunch of you were telling me to play it on the stream that I did a little earlier. So yeah, I went ahead and got it. We did the first video, yeah, it was just before the weekend. A bunch of you really enjoyed that one. So the next one will be posted tomorrow with Crimson, which will be exciting. It's a fun adventure while I'm waiting for other launches and updates for Enshrouded. We also got a sneak peek for Deep North and Valheim yesterday. Well, I guess really early this morning at like 12 a.m. my time. But yeah, that's really cool. Eventually, as those build up, maybe I'll do a little video of kind of all the sneak peeks we've got of Deep North at some point. But yeah, an exciting few weeks here. A lot of cool stuff. Straight up playing Enshrouded right now. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, May's gonna be busy. I know, right? We also got, what was it? Elder Scrolls Oblivion Remastered? Is that what it was? That just launched yesterday, I believe. So I've never played Elder Scrolls or any of that, but you know, I keep an eye on some things that come out. And yeah, there's there's a lot that just suddenly started coming. It's like the beginning of the year, you know, around the holiday season. And then later in the spring tend to be the two big times for games to do their thing. I hope Deep North is soon though for Valheim, man. They're taking forever on that. All right, some more moss roof. I think I actually have to go grab my foliage. I don't remember if I left it at my cozy forest cottage. The video I posted yesterday, finally got that out too. So it's been busy for me as well. But fun. Oh, and Zoe's getting an update too. Nice, nice. Yeah, Elder Scrolls was a nice surprise. Yeah, yeah. Crimson might play it. I guess we'll have to see. Hey Chuck, how's it going? Welcome. Really hope the Oblivion remake is solid, but knowing Bethesda... Well, you never know. I think so far it's been getting some really, really good feedback, which is nice. But yeah, it's true. I suppose you never know. Where did I put all my... There it is. Like, where's all my moss? And I guess I don't need the foliage. Moss and flower soil. Let's get all of this back. Oops. Okay. How do I... Ah, right. I'm used to playing RuneScape now. I'm like, control click versus shift click to transfer everything. It's all throwing me for a loop. Okay. Back to Enshrouded. Yeah, from some of the gameplay, the Oblivion looks pretty solid. That's what I'm thinking as well. I mean, graphics look gorgeous. It looks like a fun adventure. Yeah, I never really got into them just because it's not as much, you know. If they added building to to that, man, I'd probably be playing it. Hey, Joe, how's it going? Welcome. All right. So we've got some more moss. And the last time we finished the entire front portion of this roof, which does look quite nice. So I think now I'm just going to start working on the side. And we can just chat, have another chill time. Alright, so let's see here. Get the terrain. Get the moss out. Right. first person. Makes all the difference for these, I gotta say. Glad they had that. I wonder when the Shroud update's coming out. All we know is that it's coming in May. I don't know how early in May or late May. They released another teaser for that, I think, also yesterday. Just of some of the mobs and stuff that we got. So, that'll be exciting. Just gonna turn my small foliage off here. Make it a little easier. Alright, and that one, can I get... Ooh, this might be a little tricky. Maybe I can get in here. Yeah? I don't know about this. I don't know about this. This is gonna be a little, Oops. Maybe I don't want that right there. It's gonna be a little interesting. Yeah, the remake was done by another studio, not Bethesda. Yeah, I think it was, that's what, some of what I was hearing. I'm not as deft on it as I'm sure you guys are. But I was like, you know, a bunch of people were like, oh my gosh, we love this dev team and everything else. I was like, oh, okay. So it seems like it's gonna be good. Okay. I don't think I'm gonna be able to... Oh, this is gonna be tricky. Getting that little groove in there. I guess we'll figure it out when it comes. So this guy... We'll just go up again with this one. Best Bethesda games are made by other studios. Yeah. Can't speak to it much. Never played them. But, I mean, they do look cool, you know. As, like, a kid, I was like, oh, this looks sweet. I want to get, like, Elder Scrolls and stuff. But, yeah. It's like, I'd spend so much time at it, and, the graphics, though, man. I really can't wait till they start actually doing survival games with graphics like that. I'm so excited to see what starts coming out in the coming years. Hey, JB Grimm, welcome. You went to the Braylon Bridge. The lore page was lit up like you had never read it. Is that normal or due to an update? Oh, did you, that was one that you had read before? Or is, oh, I'm guessing so. How do I, actually, where is the edge of this? That's gonna be in the inside. Okay. So we want that to kind of be there and then place on those. Okay. Yeah, this little indentation here is gonna be a little tricky. Alright, that'll work. And we can do some block by block placement right here. We may even have to do another, I'll grab some more moss from the resource world today. We'll have to see. I'm going through it. So far we placed, what was it? Close to 20,000 moss on the roof so far. It's crazy, man. I gotta stop doing these big detailed builds. They're so much fun though. They really are. And the latest build I did, I'm super happy with how that is. As the ultimate cozy level 1 flame altar build. I don't think I could beat it, honestly. You know, like when water biome comes out, I want to do a fishing hut build. But it's, I was like, my challenge for that one was like, all right, let's take everything I've done, everything I've learned, and just go at it. And do a crazy build. And I think that turned out good. Okay, there we go. That is now filled in, I think. That'll work. Yeah, 20,000. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Adding the rest as they go. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, character builders of them. They are good. Those games do have a lot of stuff. There's also like the whole concept of I don't know, like games just not being as good over time. Like that remake reminds me of like, you know, good old stuff back in the day of you know, like Witcher 3 and others that came out like 2015. And it's like ever since we just haven't, I don't know. A lot of games have almost been going back in time technologically. It's like you'd expect more like a really solid survival game by now with like really, really good combat and like mixing best pieces of everything. Really great character creation. You know, you'd expect water in just about every game by now. They've had it forever. Like none of this stuff is like new. It just feels like it's I don't know, it's gotten a little lazy in the industry lately. Hey T-Bird, welcome. Do you have any special plans for the build, special rooms or stories? Yeah, for the tavern build here, one of the big things I wanted to do with the tavern is this is kind of going to be a chance to do a really open floor plan design. So I wanted to do balconies looking down across the floors, having, you know, just like a big venue area, if that makes any sense. And then the whole loft section here with the dormers is going to be for villager bedrooms. Gotta have a place to house them. So that's kind of the plan for this build. It's just, yeah, it is going to be the biggest build of the forest village. And we can kind of slowly chip away at the other ones, but yeah, it should be fairly straightforward because it, you know, taverns are, I can kind of know what to put in. We obviously need a really big kitchen, possibly 2 kitchens, just lots of seating, wine cellar, yeah, stuff along those lines. Really enjoyed the RuneScape video. Will I be playing more? Yeah, I will. Next one comes out tomorrow, so stay tuned. Busy week of content for me. Yeah, with Crimson. It'll be with Crimson tomorrow. Yeah, it's been a blast. I'm really enjoying the game. It's definitely, yeah, it's not the fullness of, like, Valheim or Enshrouded or any of that, but honestly, like, I don't look for the fullness all the time in the game. For me, like, a game like this, I didn't come in with expectations for it to have, like, hundreds of hours of content. It's more of, like, kind of like Dawn of Defiance was. I'm like, hey, this is a really fun, really chill game that hits the spot while I wait for other releases. So yeah, thank you guys for suggesting it. It was a lot of fun. I wasn't sure I was going to check it out initially. But I got pretty good response on the video. So yeah, we'll keep it going. It's definitely a fun one. Oh, does anyone have a good armory fossil room? That would be cool to do. I'd love to see that too if anyone does. I feel like I gotta do like some big museum build or something in Enshrouded eventually. There's so much that we can do. You enjoyed RuneScape so far? Really like the magic spell assisted? Yeah, I love that. I love that because nothing feels like, you know, I like how the magic kind of gets rid of some of the grind stuff. The one thing that I after the second video, I mentioned it a little bit in the video that'll come out tomorrow. The one thing that I'm a little like, I hope they fix it a little bit is the food and water. Maybe this also gets better with as you progress in the game or unlock other skills or stuff, but it just goes down really, really, really quickly. There's that, if I was to nitpick about it. There's also the fact that charging a weapon, like with a fire rune, takes forever. So like if I get a base raid, I can't get my weapon charged in time before the mobs are already on me, because it takes like a solid 10 seconds just to make my like you know, turn my mace into a fire weapon or something. So I really hope there's a better way to kind of quickly charge weapons and shields. But otherwise, it's really good. And I think, you know, after looking at the roadmap as well, it looks like they're really onto stuff, and looks like we'll actually be getting a lot more content with it as well. Oh, you started building a bank. Nice, nice. Hey, Patricia, welcome. Love the content creativity. Took many ideas from you. Oh, I'm so glad. So glad. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, do a museum type of room. I don't think it'll be in the tavern because I don't have much room in here. But what I was kind of thinking is that I could do a big crypt or, you know, vault area underneath the forest village. So like a whole tomb system that goes underneath. We've got a lot of terrain height over here that I was thinking, you know, it could be a combination of like spooky, but also ancient. Like, hey, this is like where you could learn about, you know, the civilization of this village. With all kinds of cool stuff, with all the trophies, all the lore, weapons, things like that. That's kind of what I was thinking. Maybe, yeah, some sort of crypt underneath the village that you can access maybe from underneath the tree or kind of off the farmer house. That would be cool. Hey, Larissa, welcome. I've been channeling your inner Crimson with your current playthrough of Enshrouded, just jumping off cliffs into elixir wells without even thinking. Yep. No, he's great about that. That's why I love playing with him. I'm the perfectionist and the builder, and he's just like, screw it, let's just go do stuff. Like, all right, sure, let's have some fun. Gotten stuck. Then how to make tons of little level 1 altar builds. 7 of them that you save under construction. Oh, wow. That's crazy. Yeah. Level 1 altar builds are a lot of fun. That's kind of my favorite style of them. Don't know if I'll be able to... Yeah, I can actually, and then... We could just do that. Let's just do that, okay. So... a couple of those, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let's do that all the way across. It's a little easier than placing it block by block. Oops. If I can, yeah. That one was just 2, I think. Yeah, there's one quest I was a little confused about from the latest video for RuneScape that I'll be putting out tomorrow. I guess the Restless Spirit quest. It like told me to go somewhere. Crimson found a vault in the process of doing so. But I think what it is we just have to keep exploring and talk to the ghosts that are out at night. But yeah, that got a little confusing the other day. There's a few things from the quest line. Also a lot of funny humor with talking to the NPCs in that game that I'm sure kind of reflects the RuneScape games. There we go. There's that whole section. Need better lights for your rooms. Brighter? Or just more of them for Enshrouded? Alright, let's go. That guy. Oh, this is actually Not a bad system here. Just try to place random pieces and then destroy what I don't need. I think in the long run it's actually going faster and using way less materials, that's for sure. In the Twitch playthrough, you guys have switched places. Yeah. I'm doing the tank, he's doing more mage. Like, yeah, it's fun to try different different stuff with all the skill tree stuff in Enshrouded. That's also a fun part that makes the game really replayable. And I always laugh at it because, like, back in the demo and stuff, people were like, oh my gosh, handmade map? Like, there's gonna be no replayability. This game is gonna die so fast. Like, I don't think so. I don't think so. There's a lot of stuff with Enshrouded, and then sure enough, you know, the RuneScape Dragon Wilds comes out with a handmade map, and it's now like a popular thing because it's so much better for a quest system to have the handmade map. I'm still doing the second playthrough with Crimson. It's really slow, slow going content for that. Like right now, because we're working on RuneScape stuff, I haven't gotten a stream out this week with him for that. A bunch of you wanted me to also stream that on YouTube as well as just Twitch, so I do plan to do that for the next one. So I'll notify you guys in the Discord and we'll stream it on YouTube. Let's see, I think I'm gonna do, yeah, I gotta kind of do a row across here, then we can use the blueprint to phase into the wall. But yeah, it gets a little busy. His schedule is limited, so you just kind of have to make it work when we can. And it's just kind of a fun secondary thing. I'm not sure how much content the next Enshrouded update will have for the Shroud remake. I'd like to say that, yeah, the remaster of the Shroud. All the new mobs and enemies and stuff. So I don't know if that'll become more episodes for the playthrough, or if I'll just do a big live stream that day checking it out. I'm leaning toward big live stream. I think new playthrough episodes I'll probably do with more update style content with like the next biome for the water biome and stuff. Kind of like I did for the mountain. But I didn't really do more playthrough episodes for the Lunar New Year update. So I'm not quite sure. You want brighter lights to show off the fossils. Yeah. Those green ones are crazy bright. The green torches from the hollow halls that you can craft at Alden. I wonder if you could combine those with different colors or stuff to make them look less green. But yeah, they're really, really bright. So I don't know. You could figure that out maybe. So I just remember doing that on my haunted church build. I used those green ones, and I was pretty surprised at the light that they kind of gave there. One thing I'm still just not a fan of with Enshrouded, though, is the lighting and the render distance. Some places are okay lighting-wise, but like the latest build I did, it's I wish the lighting was better. I was going for that deep foresty feel, but trying to take a thumbnail, it was just so hazy and washed out. I'm like, gosh, nobody's gonna see this video because I can't get a good thumbnail made for it. It's like one of my best builds. It's always hard with games with lighting. I do feel like, you know, games like RuneScape or other Unreal Engine 5 games and stuff just have, I don't know, every single screenshot could be a thumbnail. It's just beautiful. And I do like that. Hey, Skateboy, how's it going? Welcome. I also wonder when we'll be getting any more news on Under a Rock or Light No Fire. They're so undercover about it, especially Light No Fire. Under a Rock, we kind of know just isn't coming out for a long time because it's such a tiny dev team. But like Light No Fire, we're being teased some little things here and there. And then what was it? Sean Murray was just like, hey, we're gonna post emojis on Twitter or X, and then just let people speculate what I'm trying to hint at. Like, oh gosh, that's great. But we have no idea when that game's coming out. I'm hoping soon, man. I mean, the trailer looked kind of fleshed out, but you never know. Doing good, Skateboy. Glad to hear you are. Hope they pull off Light No Fire. Looks so damn promising. I know, right? I know. There's so much hype for it. I'm just hoping, like, all right, they better not do something crazy with it or have it be like a flop or something. They could, but based on how it looks, I'm like, dang, you know, graphics look solid. The build system that they had going there. I don't know about it enough because the trailer just didn't really show much about the build system. But it looks really, really promising. So, like, yeah, I'm definitely waiting for that one. Like how they're not over-promising like No Man's Sky. Exactly. I think with anything, with Light No Fire, you know, like, I'm not mad about it because they really did learn a lot from No Man's Sky, and I'm happy that they're not, you know, that their attitude's like, all right, we're gonna do what we do. We're not gonna overpromise stuff. It's a big venture. They have been working on it kind of undercover for a long time, and I could totally see why it, I don't know, building hype too long in advance just actually kills the game in the future. It's like if people are expecting or waiting for something and you keep telling them that it's going to be held off more, or, oh, we can't really include this thing that we said, all you're going to do is just disappoint people from then on out. Whereas if they just, like, you know, flatter everyone's expectations and just post, you know, I mean, heck, maybe they'll even do, like, what some other games have done, just, like, announce it like a week before release or even the day of. I mean, that's not unheard of. That'd be interesting. Yeah, I feel good about it since they redeemed No Man's Sky from death. Yeah, exactly. I think they tried really hard to do that, to try to build a better trusting reputation for Light No Fire, which is good. You know, it was rough. No Man's Sky launch was really rough. And there's no doubt about that, but it's become one of the most popular games because of the fact that they've been trying to stay on it. There's still always kind of been bugs with it, but it's such a big game that, like, you know, they're kind of teasing their new engines for Light No Fire. I feel like Light No Fire is going to be kind of their passion work from No Man's Sky. And that's what I'm really looking forward to seeing. Stuck to their vision with No Man's Sky. It became a great game. Yeah, that they overpromised years ago. Yeah, exactly. Makes you think the same people are behind Light No Fire. We're gonna be in safe hands. That's what I'm hoping. I mean, that's the type of game that will be like Enshrouded for me, that I'll probably buy the day it comes out. I feel like that's one of those games that I'm hyped about, and I'm like, I sure hope it's gonna be good. Wasn't it the most returned Steam game for some time? Yeah. No Man's Sky is, I don't think it still is. Maybe. But it's definitely, yeah. It had a rough time launching with what they kind of promised and stuff. But I've heard now, you know, they even remastered all the graphics and stuff, kind of teasing their engine and things for Light No Fire. And it does look stunning now, and they really have put a lot of work into it from when they had their rough launch, and they never gave up, even if it was slow. You know, it was slow and steady and stuff. And they really did big updates, you know. I feel like with like popularity of Valheim and stuff, you just compare to that. You know, look at how crazy slow they are with updates. They're not giving up on it, but like that was kind of their first game. And yeah, with Light No Fire, I really think we'll be getting something good. I think the Valheim devs were like, all right, this game did so popular, we're gonna go retire and then slowly finish it when we feel like it. They do a good job. I'll give them that. You know, they put a lot of heart and a lot of effort into the game. But Ashland's update, I wasn't a fan of. Not that it was bad. It was just you could tell it was rushed. I feel like any other dev team could get Ashland's update done in a week, and Valheim took a year and a half. Yeah, it wasn't a bad update, but I was expecting a lot more with it. Not just like, oh, hey, we're just gonna do all the hype by adding a ton of really difficult mobs. Otherwise, there's like nothing to do in Ashlands, other than the fact that all they had to do was just animate some really difficult to fight mobs. Let's see, I want to undo that one. There we go. But I hope we get more with Deep North. Based on some of the teasers and stuff, the environment does look promising. It looks like I kind of like where Iron Gate is headed with that, with kind of a really cozy vibe for Deep North, to where, sure, some of it will be difficult, but I think a lot of players after Ashlands were like, hey, we just want another nice place to build. We want that cozy mountain feel that everybody likes, of just, you know, having the ambient music, the light snow and stuff, being able to build a cozy little base. And so I think they're going to make sections of the Deep North to kind of allow for that again, which I'm looking forward to. I think that's much needed. It truly did. It's fantasy now. Right. Yeah, yeah. Gotta get back to work, T-Bird. No worries, no worries. Thanks for stopping by, as always. I think that's gonna be, yeah. I'll have to debate how I go around the curl there, but this is going good so far. Then we'll have like a whole front side picture of this build with the mossy roof. That's awesome. It does take forever. It really does, but I can't do this in any other game. It's so satisfying. Hey, Dean, how's it going? Watched all the videos of the content. Very inspiring. Oh, I'm so glad. So glad. Yeah, I love all the cozy games and stuff. That's definitely kind of my my area on YouTube. All kinds of building survival games and things. And I like expanding my inventory a bit. It was awesome to try RuneScape recently and stuff. How's Raelius? How's it going? Guess you're gonna have to cook tonight. There you go. I'll be the excuse. Make a good dinner. Stopped playing Valheim many years ago. You play solo and it was very difficult. Yeah, yeah. It's a tricky game, solo. That's for sure. You know, I think I kind of got the hang of it. I've played, like, because I've got about 2,000 hours in Valheim. That was, like, the game that I was doing. But it's not easy. You know, I feel like I could do a solo playthrough again. But yeah, it takes some prep and some time, that's for sure. Let's see. Oh wait, I didn't want that. I want maybe that. Yeah. Let's see. Let me zoom out of my character a bit to see what the moss there looks like. That looks okay. Yeah. All right. Start going down the other side then. Yeah, your friends and you play, stay at the base, they go out and do stuff. Yeah, definitely. Takes time, but worth it. Glad you stream it too, because the builder, your builder's block, yeah. A project, but taking time and inspiration to give them attention. Definitely. Definitely. I do want to do another playthrough of Valheim. So I've never actually really done, like, a full playthrough on the channel. My old Let's Play, before the mountain biome even came out with Valheim, I didn't, you know, get, like, it just went through the Black Forest, and then it kind of just ended. Those were, like, some of my first videos aside from Minecraft on the channel. And I really want a solid, really good Valheim playthrough on this channel at some point. But I've been waiting for 1.0 because I don't like, you know, unlike Enshrouded, Valheim, you have to start a new playthrough every time they come out with a new update. If you've explored the area, because you don't get the content. And so I'm like, all right, I'm just waiting for 1.0 before I do another full playthrough, because I put so much time into the game that I want to really do some big, awesome builds, because it does have such a great system. Like, Valheim is such a vibe, so nostalgic and stuff. But I don't want to spend so much time to always have to be restarting. And I think that's where I'm like, all right, I'm ready for 1.0. And yeah, especially if you guys are interested in stuff, like, I will definitely be doing another Valheim playthrough on the channel with 1.0, just to have some fun with it again. And maybe I'll do it solo, maybe I'll do it with others. Could pick a friend from the Discord or something. I don't know if Crimson will. Maybe he would. His schedule's a little tight, though, for something like Valheim. It's a complex game. And, yeah, I feel like it would be, it's a little more slow-paced, which is nice. But I think he really likes Enshrouded, because he can just tank it all out when he wants. Although he did like Valheim. Maybe he would. Probably already been asked 100 times by now. I have not gotten Oblivion Remastered. You're actually the first person to ask me. I was talking about that a little at the beginning of today's stream, because it just released yesterday. It's not a building game, though, Azraelius. I don't know. I don't think I will, I don't think I'll get it. Yeah. I've never played a Bethesda game. I've never done Elder Scrolls or any of that. So I'm not sure. It does look really sweet graphically. I have no clue about the adventure and stuff. I mean, you know, heck, if someone wants to someone wants to get it for me, I'll do a complete noob silly streams of it. Like, that would be hilarious, though. I feel like you gotta know a lot to be able to play those games. Maybe not. But I've never, like, I have no experience with them, that's for sure. You ask me anything about it, I won't know much. Other than the fact that it looks pretty as heck. It really does. You can see the other side without having a tree block your view. Yeah. This top one, I think the tree being there is working out okay. I think it is. The fun of Elder Scrolls games is not knowing anything and figuring it out. Alright, now you guys are going to convince me to do that one then. I don't know. I don't know. Is it like a survival game at least? Like, I genuinely don't know what it is. It's not an MMO, right? Like, it's genuinely like, I don't know what to call it. I didn't think it had building. But does it have like a really fun adventure? Lots of fun survival mechanics and other things? Like, how does it work? I don't know. You know, I've watched like a couple of, I watched the trailer for it. That's what I watched because it was all over my YouTube feed. I was like, oh heck, Guess this game's a big one. That's all I know. Do you remember Once Upon a Time? Games released, finished. Yeah, yeah. Now it's a new world. Games releasing in stages. Exactly. Yep, that's very true. And if they release in stages, like that's the one thing that I think has made Enshrouded so popular and that I love about Enshrouded, is like if you're releasing it in stages, especially if you're taking as long as Valheim, do it the way Enshrouded did with the concept of the Flame Altar, and so that I could keep the same world through all of the updates. And I love that. You know, it's like it felt like a finished game in early access. They're just, every update from Enshrouded is just an extra treat by now. And I love that. I love that I can keep my world. I can still have all the new content in my existing world. Like, that's what I love about survival games. It's an RPG with tons of quests and stories. Oh, it's not linear. It's not storytelling. Not really survival, but lots of quests and exploring. Okay, okay. Hey, Gunner, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. Give it a month or two, and someone will have a survival mod. Yeah, I've heard that stuff is modded, like crazy. Well, you never know. You never know. I obviously didn't grow up on Elder Scrolls or other things like that, you know. Maybe I could talk to Crimson about it a little more, because he has played them. So I wouldn't get, like, the references of a lot of stuff. But there seems to be a lot of hype. It's just, like, I don't know what the hype is about. So it feels weird for me to get it and be like, hey, I got no idea what's going on. Unless it's, like, a genuinely really good game, in which case maybe, but I don't know. Yeah, mod community is crazy. That's what I've heard. Oblivion was your first PC video game ever. Nice, nice. You enjoyed it a lot. Now you're in love with survival games, and Shroud's been amazing for you. Yeah, yeah. Survival games are kind of a blast. I really like them. Yeah, they're slower paced. They're not as, like, hyped or action-packed as something like Oblivion or anything like that, I'm sure. But, they're fun. They're a lot of fun. And I feel like, with my building and everything, it's always fun to be able to get them. That was something I was surprised about with RuneScape, honestly. Wasn't expecting building to be that as good as it is. Sure, it doesn't have as many options as like Valheim or Enshrouded. I mean, it has more options than Valheim did when Valheim released into early access first. But yeah, it's not bad. And I like that. Actually build a decent base. Enshrouded didn't have building, but everywhere you go, there are people to interact with. Oh, and give quests, tons of character customization. Oh, that's cool, Joe. Yeah. Yeah, maybe I'll watch more of it. Keep an eye on it. If anyone plays it, feel free to share stuff or pictures or other things in the Discord. Maybe I'll have to talk to someone about it. But we'll see. Right now I've got RuneScape. I've got the Enshrouded builds. We've got the Enshrouded update coming in May, so I'm sure I'll be doing some streams for that. Like I said, I'm not sure about another playthrough episode for the Enshrouded update, because it's probably not enough content or other things to... Like, it's not a biome update, so I probably won't be doing an episode with Crimson with the new update. But with what it is, it probably make for a really fun stream checking it out. So, we can be expecting that in May sometime. I wish, yeah, sometimes I wish they'd let us know a little bit sooner. I'm like, if I get stuck at work or other things when it launches. And then I never really know. Love Enshrouded, play on very easy mode. Love the lore and building. Yeah, yeah. Customization sliders are everything for survival games, I feel like. That's really something. Like, they need to add that still in RuneScape, but I think they will. Played Skyrim for over 3,000 hours. Elder Scrolls Online. All Elder Scrolls games are good. Shrouded beats all. Okay. See, that's good to know. I feel like, yeah. I don't know about Oblivion. Oblivion, because of the graphics and immersion, if I were to try one, that would probably be it. I will say that. I was, you know, like, the other Elder Scrolls games and stuff did look really cool. But the Oblivion Remastered, just, like, yeah. It looks immersive, and it does look pretty cool. Yeah, don't forget the Minecraft idea, too. Yeah, exactly. Hey, Naka, how's it going? Welcome. Yeah, I talked about doing a Minecraft Forever World series on the channel in between releases of stuff. Clearly, if you remembered that, I guess you guys would be interested in something like that. I know not everyone's played Minecraft here, which obviously surprises me. That was my childhood game. Yeah, it could be fun. Minecraft's kind of one of those games. You can just keep on going and going and going. You know, making up your own lore, making up adventures. That's where I got all of my creativity and stuff, like, from a building standpoint in games. Minecraft is such a vibe. Could be fun, like, with some shaders to make it look really nice graphically and other stuff. Like, I think a Minecraft playthrough could be kind of a fun thing to do while we're waiting for things. Never got into Minecraft. Black Ages. Yeah. That's, I don't know if you ever wanted to, if you ever looked into it. Yeah. The graphics are obviously blocky. I obviously really got used to it because that was, that was all I knew as a kid and stuff. And, one of my, friends, Phantom, who sometimes joins the streams, also recently just got me a game called Vintage Story. And Vintage Story is, like, it's got the blockiness of Minecraft, but it has all kinds of, you know, it's a totally different story, totally different game. And it has, like, chiseling to where you can actually make, like, pixel-sized voxels. I could do an insanely detailed build that would, no joke, take me 10 years in that game. My mind is honestly, like, blown away. Yeah, Vintage Story's cool, yeah. I was like, damn, that looks pretty sweet. So I'll have to, like, slowly chip away at learning that game. It seems pretty complex. Starfield was your first Bethesda game. Got burned out with constant load screens. Yeah. I remember when that game came out. It wasn't terribly long ago. The really old Elder Scrolls, that was like, that was out for, came out a long time ago, actually. Like all the original stuff. Yeah, you gotta wait another year for Enshrouded console. Yeah. At least they're coming out with it, but it does take a while in general for survival games to release on console right away. And we got the bots coming in Twitch. Sigadino, how's it going? Welcome. A bot message, I know, right? I don't get them much anymore because I've tried to set up so much Twitch moderation, but Twitch moderation doesn't do crap. It's like, I can't ever get it to block that stuff. Like, I'm gonna code my own chatbot for Twitch at some point, too. My YouTube one is working today. But YouTube just has way better moderation in general, that's for sure. It's so funny because Twitch is like the live stream platform. But YouTube has kind of surpassed it. Doing good. Happy with the house by now. Nice. That's good to hear. Go ahead and continue this up to here. Perfect. I mean, we're honestly really getting there with this moss roof. It takes forever. This tavern's gonna be hecka rewarding though. Like, look at how much we've gotten done. This is huge. This could be like a whole darn landscape. Just this tavern build would need at least a level 2 flame altar to try to fit in. Biggest terrain roof I've ever done, that's for sure. Seen in a YouTube short, some people do something behind the staircase. Looks like angled and smooth. Know how that can be achieved? Tried yesterday for an hour, couldn't figure it out. I'm not sure. Like, you're saying underneath a staircase, or what are you referring to exactly? If I understand better, I could probably show you. Behind the staircase. So like if you look up at from the bottom, you're saying like if you build a staircase and then you look at it from underneath the staircase, and then it rather than looking blocky, it's just like one angle. There's a few ways you could do that. One of which, the easier way, is to use roof blocks underneath the staircase. The harder way that you could also experiment with is to use like a flat plane, like a, you know, window or something like that, and then place those at an angle underneath the staircase. But I'm guessing, based on what you said, the roof block is probably more like it. So like if you build, let's see here, do I have any roof blocks in my inventory? I don't at the moment. Let me go grab some, because I'll probably need them anyway at some point. I know I've got some in here. All right, where are they? There's a few. Oh yeah, no worries at all. If anyone has any questions on live streams and stuff, like, I'm always happy to demonstrate stuff and everything. One of the many reasons this channel is a pure gem. I'm glad you like it. Glad you like it. Oh my gosh, that's looking so good with the mossy roof. Oh man, it's all consistent now. Oh, this is so great. All right, once the sun is like close to setting, I gotta clean up this this little gap here. We'll have to try this. Hey, Andy Cow, how's it going? Welcome. All right, so what they were likely doing with an angled stair, so you've got the stairs, but it's like blocky. I mean, actually the stone kind of creates these little these little lines. But you're saying like the stairs themselves are blocky up top. What they're probably doing is just taking a this could be what they're doing anyway. Taking a roof blueprint, turning off snapping, and then placing that underneath the stairs like that. If it was wooden under the stairs, because then you get the then you get it just an angled beam or an angled wall under the stairs, and then you got the stairs. Yeah, it was wood. Okay, this is probably what it was then. If it was kind of a larger stair sort of a thing. And then you could even put, like, you know, you could even have, like a railing kind of on the side, or just use the stair railings. Just sort of trim it out. But yeah, that's probably what they were doing, I think. Hey, Kongveal, how's it going? You lurking? No worries, no worries. Drank the special drink. Oh, Lori. The Vuka vodka. The Bob Moss of Enshrouded. Oh. Yeah, that would be my guess as to angled staircases and stuff, based on what they're doing. Again, the other way would be to take like other props and rotate them underneath the stairs. That gets a little more complex though, but that would give you a slightly tighter fit if you were doing it in a smaller space. If you took a prop and did an angled underneath it. Okay, that's looking good. Yeah, I'll need to get more flower soil by the end of this stream. Pretty much used all of that up. I like how the moss can stack 1,000. Flower soil can only stack 250. So it gets used up a lot quicker. Yeah, there's a button to undo things, Sandra. You didn't know that about Enshrouded? Or have you yeah. It's Y on the keyboard. I don't know what it is on controller. It'll tell you if you go into controls, mouse and keyboard, controller bindings. What is the undo button? Somewhere in here. Building mode. Oh, here we go. Tilt forward, rotate. Yeah, there's a way to do it. Crimson had it on the controller somewhere in there. Yeah, that's a super useful thing about Enshrouded. Oops. Yeah, I'm gonna be falling off the roof for days. This stuff gets steep and it gets a little tricky. Oh, it works. Awesome. Glad to hear. Ah, you didn't know, Sandra. Yeah. All kinds of useful things that you figure out with time, right? That was one of the... Actually, it doesn't... Oh, yeah. At the bottom, right under my face cam. Y undo build action. So it should tell you the button if you're using... controller if you've set your keyboard up in a different way. This is just the default layout though. He asked me last time you were here, like a game, etc. After playing around with rotating stuff yourself, really wish they would have a feature you can copy and paste. Yeah, I totally wish that too. That would be nice. Or just other, like, blueprint options or things, like, as I get, you know, do these, like, really complex builds and stuff, it gets, gets tedious with certain aspects of them. Like, I love, in RuneScape, the whole ghost mode. That's awesome, right? And, like, Under a Rock is gonna have that. They're gonna have a whole ghost mode and blueprint system to where you can actually share blueprints of builds with other players. And they can build them. But yeah, ghost mode, blueprint modes, stuff like that just always makes things easy. Because then you can maybe have it to where you can copy and paste the blueprint mode. Oh wow, I should have just... Okay. I'm realizing even how to save even more resources. After doing Mossy roofs so many times, I'm like, oh wait a minute, I'm doing this all wrong. Or not all wrong, but like there's ways to save 10 times the resources of the first Mossy roofs that I've ever done. Just trying to figure out how to use blueprints. Yeah, Under Rock Licked Fire and Light No Fire you're excited about. Yeah, those are the top two on my radar. And I did a poll a while ago for upcoming games. and a bunch of people really liked RuneScape. Light No Fire got the most votes. Light No Fire was like 70% of the votes. So I'm like, yeah, I'm doing Light No Fire when it comes out. But I was surprised how many RuneScape got. I was like, all right, I gotta give this a try. But yeah, definitely. When Light No Fire drops, I'm really stoked for that one. And Under a Rock, not many people know about, so that's probably why it didn't get many votes and stuff. That's kind of one that, like, I really want to do. Like, I think it looks so good, but it's a tiny dev team, so, like, nobody would really know about it. So I kind of have to, like, build the hype for that game. Because I think it's, it'll be worth it. It looks really cool. Hey, Nico, how's it going? Just lurking while cooking. Yeah, been well. Been well. Hope you are too. I haven't tried a loft. Crimson actually has a loft, though. You said it was pretty good. And Aniva, how's it going? Happy to see some more Mossy roof time. Excited to see how it looks. Yeah, with all the textures turned back on at the end. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. Just like at the end of all the streams. Take a step back. This one will look nice because we already got the other side done, so I'll get this section done, and then on the end we will we'll trim it out, put the moss over the overlapping, and then we'll step back, see how it all looks from afar. But we're over halfway done with the roof at this point, which is cool. You would agree with this statement, yeah. Yeah, I mean, pictures and stuff and the adventure aspect of a loft does look pretty cool. Been following Under a Rock for a while. Think you're gonna love it? Yeah. Like, it has so much that they haven't even talked about. Like, yeah, Under a Rock has a whole AI pet and creature system where they remember how you treat them. They have every single mount you could possibly imagine. The environment is just beautiful procedural generated landscapes and, like, super classic, like, island survival vibe. It looks so good. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. All right, I'm gonna sleep here. Yeah, I've been following it for about almost 5 years now, from when they first started their Discord. I can sleep in first person. This is great. Rock looks so cute. Love to try it. Gameforge, they're so aggressive with toxic monetization. Gameforge is the devs of Under Rock. I didn't think they were the main ones doing it. Because they've been, like, really great about things. So maybe that's if that's the publishing company or other stuff, though, that would kind of suck, but yeah, Nordic Trolls are the devs. Yeah, if Gameforge is the publisher. Yeah. Yep, it's affordable for small studio teams and stuff. Publishers are always tricky. I'm not a fan of like, yeah, all games will kind of have the things that you like or don't like as much, you know. There's plenty I don't like about Enshrouded with their teams and other stuff. So it kind of depends. I'm just hoping that, you know, if the dev team comes out with a really solid game and all of that, I'm hoping it'll be good. But it is just going to be like a one-time thing. It doesn't look like it's going to be, you know, monetization would be like an issue for it, or like tons of DLCs and all kinds of things. That would kind of suck, but I don't think they're going to do that. Really hope I'm right, yeah. I hope so too. Yeah. I really highly doubt it. Based on everything the dev team has shared with me and stuff, it doesn't look like it's going to be, you know, tons of stuff like that. It's just a small survival game. They're developing it so much. Like, it's such a... When that comes out, it's going to be a really polished early access game. At least based on what they've shared so far. So I don't think it's going to be the type where they're just going to launch, like, a tiny bit and then be like, hey, you got to pay for everything separately or all the updates. Like, that's kind of hated upon in the gaming industry, so I doubt they'll go that route. But publishing companies, you never know. You know, it also depends on what they sign away to and other stuff, because sadly, you know, in the gaming industry, lots of industries, the manipulation stuff is a big thing. You got to know what you're signing and what you're getting into. As stressful and other stuff as it can be, but yeah, Game Forge took over as publisher, and it was so bad. Still is. Yeah, released that game a while ago for Aeon. Yeah. Well, I hope that it'll be okay. I really hope so. Cause yeah, their trailer and stuff looked good. One thing I wasn't a big fan of the trailer is that it wasn't in-game footage. Like, part of what I'm really looking forward, like, there's goods and bads to each, right? Like, Light No Fire, for example, has a really good side of, like, okay, they're being super transparent about the game. Like, the trailer was in-game footage. Everything is, like, you know, you could kind of know what to expect with it. Downside to it is, like, all right, they had a rough launch with No Man's Sky, and just hope that that it'll all turn out okay. But I feel like with them, they'll learn a lot from No Man's Sky, and I'm hoping the development will really take there. With Under a Rock, the dev team is super great, and I think they have such a great game. I'm just, yeah, hoping the publishing is not gonna be too bad. Yeah, start to get as well really great publishers. Yeah, Hooded Horse. I think gamers have lost patience for that kind of business practices. Yeah, I think so too. Like, I feel like if Nordic trolls are smart, they're not gonna fall for it, you know. Like, I really hope so. You never, like, it's hard with small dev teams, but they have been really smart about things in the past. So I'm just hoping that they're not gonna fall for any crappy stuff. Yeah, otherwise Under a Rock looks phenomenal. I mean, that's gonna be the game with waterfalls, everything else is done in Unreal Engine 5. It does look phenomenal. It's like the classic, like, feel-good, happy island survival, tropical vibe game, and I think that would just be so much fun if they pull it off. Yeah, I really hope Light No Fire is launched in an appropriate state. Yeah, me too. Me too. I think they will. You know, that's what everybody is saying, you know, with their experience with No Man's Sky and stuff. I highly doubt they will. If they do, that would really suck, and people would know really fast, and it would honestly kill it, right? So, like, they can't they can't afford to not launch it in a good state. Again, if they were being smart. Alright, almost done with this side. Couple more blocks, and then we can cover the front up. There we go. That whole front section looks fine. Alright, let's do this. So I need to turn off snapping, place a blueprint down here, work my way around to the front side of this. Okay. So similar to what I did before, I gotta come out to... Oops. Just kind of come out to there. And I want to come all the way out to the edges of these blocks. Let's see, there's that one. Oops. Right there. And okay, so that looks good for that side. Do the same thing over here. I think there's one there. Yep. And then one here as well. I don't think there's much. Yeah, just those guys. Okay. And then I think, yeah, that'll work. All right, so that's what I do. Come fully out to the edge. And then I can go beyond the edge. So let's start at the bottom. This is just a little easier. Oops. Can I get to that one? Yeah, I can. Okay. I feel like the scaffolding for this takes as long as the roof. Trying to get around. When Enshrouded comes out with a creative mode, I will, like, for sure be doing some bigger, cooler builds. If I can fly around and stuff, like, that's when I want to start a really massive tree build and everything. I'm really, really hoping for that next year. Okay, there's that side. Get this side done. This is how we just wrap it around. Basically just continuing where the roof blocks were placed by one more block outward. And then stacking on top of it to bring it even with the blocks on top. Something like that. And now we gotta just do the top, the very top section. First, I'm gonna do these bottom rims, though. This will be, this will make it look really, really good for when we take the picture when we step back. How can I get it? Let's see it all. It's snapping on. Just want to do right over here, and then do that. There we go. And then can I... Oh, I can right there. Okay. Using the blueprint. And come all the way across. There we go. All right, so this whole side now is pretty much done. Only thing we've got to do is jump up here. And we got to continue all of these ends up. And this is the tricky part because the roof flares out a little bit. So let's see here. I'm gonna kind of put some there. And yeah, something like that. Okay, that'll work. So I want to go here, there. Okay, and then continue down from there. Okay. Sorry, guys. My concentration has to be top notch for this top portion of the roof. Okay. Now we'll finish off that portion with some flower soil. And the lighting. This contrastiness is hard to see. Let's try that. Ooh, that looked good when I do like one more little guy coming out there. Okay. Let's take a look at it from a little higher here. Just to be sure that that's all wrapped around. Okay, that looks good. Arceus is another game that was ruined by monetization and bots. Yeah. I think Light No Fire will be good. Under a Rock was the one we were worried about because of the publisher for monetization stuff. But I don't think Light No Fire will be a monetary thing. You never know, obviously, but yeah. With how unpopular it is to do that business model in games and stuff. Oh gosh, I almost walked off the roof. I doubt they will. I feel like that would not be a smart move. Thanks, Lionheart. Yeah, we're gonna step back. Take a look at the roof from a distance here in a minute. Let me just get one more, just get this side finished off with the terrain. So yeah, full plan for the future of the channel. For a lot of, you know, releases and stuff. We're obviously going to stick with Enshrouded. They've got a lot of updates they're still coming out with. The whole water biome thing is going to be amazing. And all of that. We'll be covering the Shroud update when that releases in May on the channel. Doing some live streams. And then Valheim having Deep North coming. Hopefully by the end of this year. That's what I'm really hoping, or at least early next year. And once we get that, I hope to do another playthrough of Valheim. Full-on playthrough. Just for the nostalgia and fun of it, because it's such an amazing game. And once it's finished, that'll be a little easier to do. And then we've got Light No Fire, Under a Rock. Those are the other two big ones. We've got RuneScape Dragon Wilds that I'm still doing the playthrough of. Just started. But next video for that will be releasing tomorrow, which will be exciting. And then, yeah, continuing the Forest Village, definitely. What'll be the next build in the Forest Village? I'll probably be, once the Tavern is finished. Oh my gosh, that looks good. I love that. I'll probably be doing the Blacksmith Hut and the Carpenter Hut down there. I kind of outlined them a little bit. Are there mods for Enshrouded? There are a few, yeah. there's a mod that allows you to sort of have like a build camera-ish. That's how I did my Halloween build cinematic tour on that one. And there's one that allows you to place some other props and things. Not a whole lot, though. It's a hard game to mod because they don't support it natively with their engine and stuff. But they do have a few. Alright, you guys ready? Turn the small foliage back on. There is our roof. That looks awesome. Look at that. Yeah, it's gonna look so good with the decks and porches and stuff. I so badly wish the render distance thing was fixed. See, as I back away, the moss just disappears off the roof. I don't like that. But that's just the way it is. That's what I love about Unreal Engine 5 games, man. Render distance is never an issue because of nanite and stuff. But yeah, I don't like when stuff just disappears in Enshrouded as you back away. It looks really good up close though. It does. And I'm super happy. I just wish I could like get a screenshot far away of the whole forest village when it's done. I won't be able to do that unfortunately because of render distance. Maybe with a mod though, actually. I think there's a mod that allows you to pre-render areas, which may actually help for certain things. Oh, the original RuneScape was your first game in the genre. Loved watching the recent vid of the new one. Looks so good. Yeah, I'm having a good time with it. I think it's a lot of fun. Yeah, this roof really is coming along. I'm really happy with it. Let's just get the whole... this whole side done now. This is gonna be the trickier part because we're kind of in the tree. But let's start building up from the bottom on this backside. Still got some more time today. And let's see here. Go with that. I gotta turn it off again for the voxels there. But that's the whole front section of it done. Once this is done, we can just start getting crazy creative with interior stuff, decks, entries, pathways, all kinds of things. But these moss roofs, they take a lot of time. Yeah, I hope so too. I hope so too. I hope the devs fix the render distance issue. The render distance and the lighting in Enshrouded need a lot of work. And I complain a lot about that, I know. But I complain about it specifically because they had it all working at one point. Back when I played the closed beta and the demo of the game, the lighting was just flawless. It was beautiful. And then it just got completely ruined when they made it performance friendly. And they never gave us sliders or any options to bring it back for people that had a better computer that could handle it. And so I'm like, gosh, I really, especially with the lighting, you know, render distance was better back then. It was still not great. They just allowed you to see stuff from a little farther away before it cut out. But what's amazing about like Unreal Engine 5 and those games is that they have their technology called nanite, which is basically rendering everything with like millions of little polygons. And then as you back away from it, the polygons just get slightly less detailed. Just like your eye would see something in real life as you back away. It never disappears or switches to a 2D texture or anything like that, though. It always remains in your vision, which is something that, like, is just... It's amazing, you know? So, like, the only thing you do is you back away from something, and then, the, like, atmospheric fog is what makes you, like, not be able to see it eventually, which is, yeah. I feel like if they could somehow implement that in their game engine for Enshrouded, it would be such an ultimate game with those things. But the lighting is not my favorite because I can't take nice thumbnails or screenshots anymore. It's so contrasty and washed out that yeah, you kind of have to build in like the perfect spot to get the right lighting for it to be visible. Like I'm not as big a fan of that. Has been worse in other games, but I feel like those things, the fact that they had it perfect is what makes me like, oh, I want that back. Then they changed so many things about it, but you never know. They still have a lot of time before now and what, or between now and 1.0. Yeah, cool to see the process. Yeah, yeah. Oh, it's fun doing it. Despite the patience, it is fun seeing the whole build come together. Yeah, your main base is at the Pillars of Creation. You can't see it from a distance. Yeah, I know. That's and blocks render in way before terrain does. That's another complaint of mine. Their whole terrain rendering system is so different. So like my roofs will be fine, but the moss on them just has lots of issues. Or like a tree, for example. If I build a giant tree, I can't see that, like the branches will just literally disappear entirely. And I'm like, no, don't do that, you know. There's two ways to do rendering. Way number one, which is what I think Enshrouded should probably do based on their engine, is just to have a render distance slider. Just so that people with higher end computers could increase the distance at which things disappear. That would be a no-brainer, super easy to implement. The better option, of course, would be to redo their rendering system entirely to use polygon rendering so that it never disappears altogether, which is what a lot of newer games are doing. And that's what like RuneScape, for example, has that system. Their stuff doesn't disappear as you walk away. Dawn of Defiance, those are all games that are being done in Unreal Engine 5 that have that new technology. But given that this is their own engine, I don't expect them to come up with the technology. I just hope they allow us to see things from a little farther before they completely disappear. Kind of like Minecraft does. You know, they have a render distance slider that you can increase. And, it's not polygon based, but it makes it from farther away. Love to be able to look outside bases. The lighting makes it impossible. Yeah, to look out the window. Yeah. It's like they had bloom and then they got rid of it, or like just the contrasty nature of like, hey, I'm gonna look down here and now I'm gonna look at the sky. Right here, actually, the lighting is kind of in an okay spot, but it's like there's like, yeah, the adjustment is harsh, and there's just no adjustment for that to turn it down or anything else. I've put like suggestions in the little, in the little poll thing, but they don't really get seen. Yeah, I'll have to put a suggestion and then link it so you guys can all upvote it or something. Or if somebody does, I'll upvote it. But yeah, hopefully at some point, that would be nice. Especially for larger builds. You know, smaller builds, it's a little better render distance-wise. Like level 1 Flame Altar builds, I can see the whole thing. But even a level 1 Flame Altar is actually the maximum that you can see, which is pretty small. If you step outside of a level 1 Flame Altar, the base that's in the level 1 Flame Altar will disappear. Like, it'll start to disappear. And I'm not a big fan of that. And then especially you get big, builds like the level 4 stuff that I'm doing right now. And like, I can't see my treehouse from down here. I can, but it's like, it's really kind of whacked up. All the lines in the roof and stuff, it's like kind of disappearing. Yeah, I love to see out windows too. Yeah. Exactly, because it has the potential. It's like, it could be such a beautiful game, with like gorgeous graphics. And it did have such cool graphics initially, before they changed it all. And that's something that, like, I think is important for a game. At least in my, like, that's something that Valheim realized, like when they did their Mistlands update, which I think was one of their best updates, honestly. They hired a lighting specialist for the game, which is, like, it's important to do. Like, I think a lot of games, at least nowadays, they're taking it more seriously, but Enshrouded didn't really, with the concept of light. Like, it is important to understand how light works. And it's not realistic with Enshrouded. And I feel like it could be. I feel like their engine obviously has the potential to do it better. Because when I look back at my old thumbnails and my old streams from when I was playing the demo, I was like, oh my gosh, the colors were just vibrant. They actually had some nice sunsets. Like, it was just rich and really, really nice. So yeah, I don't really know. I don't really know what happened and why they changed some of it. Maybe because when the demo was out, actually, they didn't have a like sunset. It just went from day to night. like it was like a on and off switch. And maybe whatever process they did to implement a sunset and sunrise ruined the rest of the lighting somehow. I can't imagine that, but I don't know. I don't know. Let's just place that, and we can use this and then just place it destroyed like that. There we go. You can see your base from across the map, but it's a blob thing. Yeah, exactly. It starts to like not even really take the shape of a house. Or like Crimson, you know, Crimson built a cool little tree house in Enshrouded, kind of building his own like, you know, tree thing. And it disappears. Like it's kind of on a high pillar, and he wanted it for the view. He's like, oh no, can't see it. Or like you can see it, but it just looks like a little like mush, like no branches, no leaves, no foliage, no nothing. And yeah, it's a little low quality there. Just did this on a barn, took forever. It's so pretty, especially with the addition of random foliage here and there. Yeah. I don't know, terrain roofs are my favorite, absolute favorite to do. It's a lot of fun. And so I did it on the treehouse that I did for the first time. Then the barn was kind of the second one that I did with the moss roof. And it's, yeah. Right now I have the foliage turned off, which is why it's just flat grass. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. And I think that's something unique with Enshrouded, where they just, the terrain roofs, you know, I can't really do that in other games. I think it turned out really well with the VUCA nesting material on my latest build. Haven't tried that before, but I really, really like it. Yeah, the yak on the roof. It's been there forever. Build is directly above the first hollow halls. You can see it from the Albaneve Ancient Tower, but you actually, yeah. There's a lot that they could try to do. Uh-oh, still Saber. Your message is gonna get deleted. You put all caps. See, I can telepathically control chat. Isn't that cool? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I could have kept that top section as well, but either way, this is going way faster than it would have gone prior, just using block by block placement. Think your message got removed because you made the wrong word? What did you do, Joe? Did you have a bad word in your message? That's the only moderation I have. I just have spam protection, bad word protection, and caps protection. So if it fit under one of those, it would get removed. Oh, it was supposed to be add, but it wasn't. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I can fill in the blank. Oh, yeah, hoping the Eye of Oculus or something similar gets implemented in Enshrouded. I know, right? I love that about RuneScape. RuneScape and Dawn of Defiance, like, so many people are like, oh, it's like Enshrouded and Valheim had a baby. I'm like, no, RuneScape Dragon Wilds is so different. And you know, yeah, any survival game is going to get compared to Valheim because they were just kind of one of the first really good survival games. The first good survival building game. And, yeah, aside from, like, Minecraft and stuff. So it's like, yeah, it's gonna get compared, but like the Eye of Oculus or like Dawn of Defiance had the thing where you had like a mana bar that you could use to fly around and build your base in survival. It's like, that stuff is so cool. And I would love to have more of it. Because it didn't make the, like, you know, even in RuneScape, it doesn't make the survival experience any worse. Like, I'm not building in creative right now, but I wish I could fly around my roof. It's not like it would be cheating, because it just works around the base, right? Like, it's not like I could just fly and combat my way and cheat my way through every boss fight and stuff. But like, building, I love how games lately, yeah, I love how RuneScape did that. RuneScape with the build camera, you can just place build pieces until you X out of it. That's brilliant. And then Dawn of Defiance, being able to fly around like that. Love it. Yeah, making a spell is really good, yeah, idea to fit into the lore. Exactly, exactly. If they can fit it all in correctly, like that's what I really like. Oh, a friendly wisp that helps you build, JP, yeah. Right? That would be kind of cool. That's how the whole copy paste system could work. You're like, hey, wisp, go, like, I'm building this roof. Mirror me on the other side and build it for me. That'd be funny. It'd really freaking cool if they could do that. Or villagers or things, you know, be able to, like, copy and paste a ghost blueprint system and have them build it. That's how Osca does it. Osca is such a fun game with the villager aspect of it. Very advanced and cool. Alright, this section, I apologize, it's a little hard to see because we are in the tree. Alright, get these ones. There we go. But I think I'll be able to do it. I just really want to keep these trees. It'd be nice. Or yeah, even like a little wisp concept where you could fly it around separately from your character. Or it's like, oh hey, you could like, it could be a perspective wisp is what they could call it or something. And then like, you could control it separately from your character, which is part of what I thought was cool about RuneScape with that building camera, Eye of Oculus thing. Because, you know, it was separate from your character, so like, you can't cheat, you can't just fly your character around everywhere. But you, it allowed you to actually be like in first person to see where your piece is gonna go. And I really liked that a lot. Give all the wisps a purpose. Yeah, based off the ghost build. Have a pet that goes out and gathers resources to automatically fill your ghost build structures. Yeah, totally, totally. Things like that could be cool. That's what I'm looking forward to about Under a Rock, if they pull it off. Because those are some of the plans the devs have been discussing with that game. And that's what that's why I've been really hyped about that game. Hey, we did it. Inside the tree. And now coming all the way up. One more layer, and then we'll have this side done. See, it's coming along easier. When I don't have to do the dormers, it makes it a little easier. Oh, you missed it. Yeah, Under a Rock is what it's called. You could check out the trailer. Not many people know about it. It's a very small dev team. I'm pretty excited for it though. Like we were kind of talking about earlier, their publishing company is not the greatest, but as long as they don't do anything stupid, it should be a really good game. But there's a lot that they're also not really sharing publicly about it as much. Like, they've shared it publicly, but you gotta go digging to find information about it. And so, like, because I've been following it for like 4 or 5 years, I've done a lot of digging to know what they're trying to plan for that game. That's like why I'm just really excited about it. Alright, here's that one. And now the full-on... Actually, maybe I don't want to put a cap on this yet. Yeah, I'm not going to put a cap on the roof here. I'm going to come up from the other side first so that I can actually walk along here without falling off. That would be good. Check this out. I could put little grapple points on the roof tips here. I really think, yeah, and then continue that tree branch out from the treehouse so I could grapple over to the tavern. Put a little slide down the roof. Alright, one other thing I gotta do is fill in some of these little gaps here. So let's see here. Let's do that. Alright. And then I think I got it, yeah, up here. Let's try that. There. There. This just kind of smooths out the transition in between the roof pieces. We'll do that to that side. That way, like, this whole front section is officially just done. And now I can worry about the other sections if I can somehow get around. Let's just fly around. Under Rock looks too cartoony for you. Yeah, just a personal preference. Yeah. Oh, totally. I haven't played games with, like, that style of graphics as much either. It is going to be a little more, you know, artistic, stylized like that. I'd play it more for, like, the mechanics and building, and graphics are sweet. I like the fantasy feel of them, if they're done right, so we'll have to see. I know! Minecraft finally got on board with flying and building and survival with the Happy Ghast. Yes! Definitely. Hey, Sonal, how's it going? Welcome. No, that's what I was thinking, like, because, you know, with starting, like, a Minecraft Forever world or something, I was waiting for the Happy Ghast update to come out. Yeah, I love Minecraft. And with that update, we'll just definitely, as a builder and stuff, and now that we have, yeah, caves and cliffs and all of that, I could totally justify a forever Minecraft world as a super fun chill series to go along in the background in between other games and stuff. I'd be open to doing something like that. Does this game have a lot of replayability? Yes. After all the quests are done, enemies keep respawning. Yeah, everything respawns. Every quest, you could do every single quest again and again as many times as you want with different friends or anything, or alone. Everything outside of your flame altar boundary, this yellow line here, inside I can build because I placed the flame altar. Anything outside will respawn. If I tear this bush up, it comes back. If I dig this dirt, the dirt comes back. Like, everything in this game regenerates, including all the quests and everything outside your flame altar. That's one of the things that yeah, makes this game so great, is that it does all of that. If I can do a little bit more on this side of the roof, I'm really hoping, yeah, get this side up to there. And then we should be able to finish this mossy roof in one more stream. That's what I'm gonna go for. See if I can get this this side done here, just up to there. Using sea pickles to open up nether fast travel portals. Use the happy gas to transport mobs, villagers through. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah. Oh, I gotta start a Minecraft Forever world, man. There's so much nostalgia in that game. Put some shaders on, just have like a vanilla survival fun experience. On the fence between this game and Dragon Wilds. Yeah, I got both now. I just got Dragon Wilds a couple days ago. I was on the fence about Dragon Wilds. This game is an absolute no-brainer for me. This game I got the day it came out. It's such a good game. Loads beyond Dragon Wilds in my opinion. But yeah, Dragon Wilds is a blast. I do like that game. I've been enjoying it. But it's not like you want a long-term game that you could sink thousands of hours into. Enshrouded is the one. For sure. Yes, complementary shaders. Absolutely. Absolutely, Robka. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. I wanted to do complementary reimagined. Have you heard of those ones? That would be what I want to use if I do a playthrough. They're so freaking cool. It kind of keeps a little bit of that like nostalgic vanilla feel to the graphics, but like just makes them really beautiful. And there's also like, I thought maybe it was on Bedrock Edition they were coming out with it, but full revamp of like graphics. So like Minecraft enhanced graphics that are default on like, you know, that they were gonna come out with on Java Edition too at some point, where you can turn on like default shaders that come with the game, which I was kind of thinking that would be really cool. I don't know when that's coming out though, so in the meantime, complementary reimagined. Or any complementary shaders, but yeah. I used to use Bliss and Silders, but complementary, what I love about it is that the caving and everything else is still the same. Like it doesn't make caving all super dark and not visible. So like they're the one, complementary shaders are the one shader I can leave on all the time that's just perfect for every scenario. That's why I really like them. Is this let's see. I think yeah, that's right. Okay. Yeah, vibrant visuals are definitely cool. Definitely. You see the crazy awesome water wheel by Philly Chick? Oh, I'll have to check it out. Yeah, because I want to do a water wheel under the tavern. I'll have to check it out. Oops, let's see. Can I get one right there? There we go. Okay. Yeah, thousands of hours in building alone and Enshrouded. Yeah. Exactly. Oops. Let's see, get that one there. Yep, Enshrouded is just one of those games. You can have at it forever. Just this mossy roof. We've done the whole thing on stream so far, but it's been 4 streams since I started the roof. So like this mossy roof alone is taking more than 10 hours. Some games you can complete the whole game in 10 hours. It's kind of crazy to think about. But hey, that's what's fun about survival games. I like games that don't have like an end to them, you know? When you've completed the quest, and that's something Enshrouded does really well, is that, you know, concept like, yeah, you complete the quests and stuff, and it just doesn't end. You can always keep building and being super creative afterward. And that's what I love. Son and you have a level 6 Flame World. Been playing, loves it. Oh, that's awesome. Enshrouded Discord, her base design showcase. It's called The Retreat. Okay, awesome. I'll check that out. Yeah, I'm often not on there as much. Oh gosh, this is gonna be tricky. I'm not gonna be able to build around that. I give up. Let's just do this maybe. And then that. There we go. That way we could at least, yeah. Oops, can I, there's that one, and that one, okay. Hey, Ebony, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Been lurking, getting ready for work. Now commuting. Nice, nice. Oh, have fun with it. Hopefully it's good. Do I have a preference on which platform we watch you on? I don't have a preference. I mean, I guess YouTube if you're really asking me, because that's kind of the platform that I've been growing. But yeah, whatever one you like best, I do both for that reason. I like YouTube personally best. That's where most people are watching from. If I, let's see. What we got right now? We got 48 viewers on YouTube. And a few more than Twitch. That's kind of my main platform. But yeah. If you want more engagement with chatting with people, there's often more chat in YouTube. But it's up to you entirely. Gotta check on the Moss Boss progress. Hey, Moss Boss progress is going well. It's going well. I think one more stream and Moss the Moss roof will be finished. Let's go up here with the... Ooh, cool. There we go. Hey, Chris. Just asking to help you out. You get the most benefit. Yeah. No worries. Yeah. Whatever platforms you guys like the best. You know, YouTube has the discoverability thing. I obviously have, 20,000 subs on YouTube versus 700 followers on Twitch, so it's just going to be a little bigger on YouTube in general. Back when I started everything, I had started streaming on Twitch with some Minecraft stuff because I was like, oh, that was the live platform. Back when I started, YouTube live streaming wasn't a thing, so that was all I had as an option. But ever since YouTube became a thing, they've just kind of done it better to where I can stream and also double the resolution on, or actually more than double the resolution on YouTube than Twitch. With my same really crappy internet. And so that's really cool. I could even stream in like, yeah, I think 4K is the max on YouTube, but max on Twitch is 1080. So 4 times better resolution if you really wanted to get fancy on YouTube. They just offer a lot more encoding options and other things. So in general, that became my platform of choice. What I do tell people though is like, still follow me on Twitch. It's always nice to have a backup or 2 platforms in case one thing happens to one or the other. So that's kind of the reason for Twitch. I don't want to lock myself just into one. But yeah, it's up to you guys. Oops, can I get that one? Okay, this is gonna be tricky. I can't walk that way because this branch is holding me back. So I'm gonna have to get fancy here. That's why I wanted to get this section done today. That would feel good. Hey, the Enshrouded guy, welcome. No, you don't gotta be sorry. You guys can join in whenever you want. And streams on YouTube also stay up. I can leave them up forever. The streams on Twitch delete after 14 days. Which is nice. It's like a chill platform if I'm not really like needing to leave something up or whatnot. But a lot of you guys like watching on YouTube as well, so I'll be doing both. every now and then I'll still, you know, if I just feel like checking out a fun game that doesn't really relate to what I post on YouTube, sometimes I can put it on Twitch, but then again, I get lots of comments from people, like, even if it doesn't relate to my other content, it's just fun to watch new games and stuff. So, like, heck, maybe when the Halloween season comes around, later this year, we could check out all the zombie apocalypse survival games that I've been, that I've got. Every now and then developers just give me, like, tons of keys for stuff. I haven't really had time to, like, take a look at them and stuff. But, like, a lot of you guys have been interested, so I'm like, alright. Next time we get some season stuff, it could be fun to check them out and have some fun. I love zombie apocalypse stuff, so it's like, I just don't play it on the channel, and I don't have time to really play it alone either, but there's some fun stuff. Hey, Holly, how's it going? Welcome. And Chris, welcome, welcome. You try to do interior, but can't. Yeah, interior is tough. It is tough. Does the double block show inside the roof? It does not with this one. With the mossy roof, you won't see it inside the roof here. But with the thatch roof, you do just a little bit. I can show you that here in a second. And just finish this row stuff here. Have I played Project Zomboid? I haven't. I know a lot of people who do though. I have kind of the more indie survival games. Like I played 7 Days to Die at one point, but I've got the Night of the Dead. I've got, what else do I have? I don't even remember the names. Fort Town Survival, The Last Farmer. I don't remember other stuff. It Comes at Night, maybe, or something like that. There's a lot of ones that I've got. Always love good zombie apocalypse, right? Yeah. All right, so let me show you the thatch roof. That was on the forest cottage that I posted yesterday. So if I turn, let's see, settings, if I turn the foliage back on, you can see that, like, the grass doesn't poke through the roof at all, because this is the inside of the Hobbit hole. If I go upstairs, though, you can see that some of the thatch pokes through, so, like, the little bits of thatch, but I don't mind at all, for the thatch poking through there. It looks so good from the outside. It would be a little too thick and large to do, like, a double thick roof so it doesn't poke through, but yeah, this one was a fun build. My ultimate level 1 altar. I have heard of the forest. Yeah, they came out with a second one too a while ago. I was about to get that one and play it. No update for the game yet, Holly. That should be expected sometime in May. You're a huge Walking Dead fan. Oh, awesome. One of my classmates' dads was one of the actors in that. Yeah, Walking Dead was cool. I've watched like every single zombie apocalypse survival movie that there is, that I'm now like halfway through all the Chinese ones too, and subtitles, and all the Mandarin ones. Because like we're not releasing any other, like I've watched like all the, even if they're like good or bad, I'll like try to give it a try. Like that it pokes through. Yeah, it's kind of cool because it would technically like be packed into the wooden trusses, right? So like in a real case scenario, you might get a few little pieces of straw poking through. It's not that far from being realistic. Oh, you did see some gameplay of The Last Farmer, Jerome. Oh, cool. Yeah, maybe when Halloween comes around, we'll do a bunch of streams trying out all kinds of games. Actually, let me look in my library. What ones do I have? If it doesn't crash the stream by alt-tabbing on Enshrouded, I've got Ale and Tail Tavern. That's not a zombie game. I got that one, though. What do we got? I have The Cold White, which is a kind of apocalyptic game. I have If Sun Sets, which is also kind of fun. The Last Farmer, Night of the Dead, Port Town Survival. Also we got Remains. Well, that's like a space. That's a space game more so. Yeah, so a few. I've also got Valhalla Harbinger. I don't know how that game is. Haven't ever tried it yet. That's probably a little similar to the Elder Scrolls style stuff. I haven't seen Kingdom, no. Would I say this game is better than Valheim? At the moment, yes. I don't know what Valheim will do with Deep North, but Enshrouded has officially surpassed it for me, in my opinion, with their updates, their latest updates and mechanics and stuff, especially the free rotation of everything. Now, just kind of that was kind of the one thing I still liked about Valheim stuff, and now that Enshrouded added it, I'm like, all right, yeah. Enshrouded takes the cake for now. They're both great, though. You know, I wouldn't really say one is necessarily better than the other. I've just been enjoying Enshrouded a little more lately. All part of the aesthetics. Yeah, yeah. Opening of Walking Dead with the opening music. Downtown Abbey is an awesome combo. Yeah, yeah. I gotta watch it again, maybe. It's been a heck of a long time. They probably have, like, way more seasons and stuff since when I stopped watching Walking Dead. It got a little repetitive for me, but then again, maybe it's a little better now. I don't know. Had zombie dedication, seen a couple Asian zombie shows, but not all of them. Yeah, I was like, hey, I can't find I can't find more with in English, you know. I was like, watch Diary of the Dead. I gotta do like a rewatch of them all now, but I love how we're talking about zombie shows now. Hey, I like them. I like them. It's funny. Some of them are comedic. Some of them are like actually serious and interesting to see like how the story progresses of how someone could survive an apocalypse. All kinds of fun things. Feudal Japan, zombie apocalypse. Oh, cool. I gotta check it out then. All right. Yeah, I gotta add a Discord channel in my Discord for shows, TV shows and stuff, so you guys can start adding to lists. I feel like I'm not gonna remember these things, but what happens if I? Yeah, that's supposed to be there. Okay. Oh, State of Decay is the only zombie game you played. I haven't played that one. I don't buy them because I don't have time for them. These are just the ones that I've been given keys for that I haven't had a chance to check out yet. From developers. So that's kind of where they come from. But I'd like to check them out at some point. That could be a fun thing to do this Halloween. The Last Farmer is pretty cool. That's an eerie game, man. But it's not bad. Exploration stuff is kind of crazy. Yeah, this game really is nice. It is. All right, now it's pitch black. Another thing I love about RuneScape, the night. It's just so good. Hey, J-Ping. Yeah, the Bob Moss of Enshrouded is back. All of Us Are Dead is a good TV show. Want to check out if you haven't already. Okay, okay. Yeah, I gotta do a list. Or actually, I guess in the media channel, we could create a little list for them. Hey, Cinco, how's it going? Bob Moss Ross. Hey, thanks, Quad. Glad you're enjoying the content. Alright, let's get up here if I can. I would not be able to do this if it weren't for first person mode, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, actually this is like kind of necessary to have first person mode. I gotta destroy these. Okay. Oops. Let's be a little closer there. There we go. Oh, this is, hang on. Can I get them to come up here? Yep, I can. Okay, tricky, but I can. And destroy those two. Hey, we did it! Now, I gotta get the flower soil across. A few of those, some moss. Then this backside will be almost done. The default point of interest built manually. Yes, they are by the devs. Are they AI 3D generated? Nope, they're all built manually by the developers in this game. In their own engine. Although their engine, it's kind of like Lay of the Land, or not Lay of the Land. What do I want to say? What's that other game? Oh gosh, I don't remember it now. The other one that was just building. Where they can draw in the pathways, like they have all kinds of tools that we don't have in game to be able to build worlds like this and get their updates out super fast. But yeah, they all build them from scratch. Let me see, Q, let's go over here. Excited to see the tavern inside all complete. Yeah, it will take a while, but yeah, it's that'll be cool. I'm looking forward to getting to the interior. Like I said, I think one more stream on the Mossy roof and we should be there. So it's getting there. It's getting there. Let's see. I want to get. Can I get that one? Yep. Gotta get the front of this build. Back side of the roof. This is coming along though. This is definitely coming along. See, this is the thing about Enshrouded, like I can't yet, at least with Valheim, spend lots of time doing builds because it's like with Enshrouded everything just updates in my existing world, you know. Valheim, I'm really waiting for 1.0. When 1.0 does drop though, would you guys like to see a full Valheim playthrough on the channel? Like I said, I've done kind of a lot of stuff with Valheim here and there. Some kind of incomplete playthroughs that I've started and done a bit of. But nothing, you know, like the full game, full survival, possibly multiplayer, maybe. If I could find someone else who would be chill and want to join. That's something I would consider. For long-term nostalgic playthroughs, I'm thinking a Valheim playthrough, and a Minecraft Forever World playthrough that could go on for a while. Yeah, just some episodes and stuff to chill in between releases of other games and stuff. Like if Light No Fire drops and I'm in the middle of a Valheim playthrough or a Minecraft playthrough, for example, I would prioritize Light No Fire content-wise. But when we're in the slow times, like lately, you know, it's been pretty slow for the channel compared to other times. So yeah, depending, it might be kind of fun to have some other little series going on in the background. Yeah, the swing I made looks so good. Oh, I'm glad you liked it. I'm glad you liked it. Maybe I'll have to do a little tutorial for building the swing, or exterior decoration ideas or something like that. Yeah, that was kind of fun. I was like, I wasn't sure how I would pull it off. It just felt like, oh, hey, there's a branch here. I want to try to do a swing now that we have the chain pieces added. Oh, imagine the water roof builds when water blocks are released. Oh, God. Oh man. I feel like with how many terrain roofs I've done though, honestly, doing a water one wouldn't be far off. I'll just have to, right? I'll just have to. That'd be crazy. Alright, let's get this coming down. I also love the weather system and stuff. The ambient rain in this game is nice. I suppose I could turn up the volume a tiny bit if I wanted to. Ah, don't want to fall off. Talk about a leaky roof. Yeah, no kidding. Right? Like to see a Valheim playthrough. Like to see Crimson's build, your brother's builds. Yeah, for Enshrouded. Totally, totally. And speaking of that as well, I would love to do a Enshrouded build showcase. Basically showcasing everything on the channel from all of the amazing creative people in the Discord who have been sharing builds. So when I finalize that, I'll announce it like, you know, way in advance so that you guys have time to finish up old builds or even start new ones from scratch if you'd like. But yeah, be sure to join the Discord server if you'd like. It's just !Discord in the chat or in the link in the description. And share some build ideas and stuff, and I would love to do a tour or a series of live stream tours of all of the creativity for those of you that would like your build showcased on the channel. So we've got a lot of really creative people, and it could be pretty fun. So it'll be in the future, but I do want to just let you guys know it's in the works. So if you would like to or are interested, then get working on a build or finish an existing one that you've got going. Y'all make me want to play Valheim again. Over 500 hours in it. Haven't touched it in over a year. Yeah. I'm waiting for 1.0. Once Deep North comes out, that's when I'd start the playthrough. What if they add lava? Oh gosh. Do a lava roof in Enshrouded. I'm gonna have to just because, right? That's one of those things I'm just gonna have to add. Alright, so this side I think is done. Yeah, check it out. Oh, Enshrouded updated. Not entirely, but there's a line now behind my base outside of the flame altar because their terrain updated a little bit. I was like, I knew something was gonna happen soon with the updates because I've had this forest village now for 6 months and I still don't have any weird lines or anything outside of my flame altar. Like at some point it was bound to happen. You're ready to show off, Joe? Yeah. Oh, I'd be excited to see. Really excited. Yeah, little details matter. Absolutely. Be a hothouse. Imagine the showcase or builds would take a series of episodes. Yeah, tours aren't quick. No, they aren't. Yeah, that's why I was thinking a live stream series of them. And then, like, you know, I could dedicate a voice channel in Discord where there'd be, like, a sign-up. So you can sign up for, like, I would do, you know, a period, you know, however many live streams we would need to kind of cover some builds. And then, yeah, there could be a sign-up. You guys could join in the voice chat for a bit while I'm touring your build, you know, walk me through everything, stuff like that. And yeah, that could be just a really fun event that could be an ongoing thing. I know lots of people like to see creativity. I know a lot of people in this chat and in the Discord have had some really cool builds. And yeah, I've been asked a lot about doing an event like that or something along those lines. So that would be a lot of fun for sure. Discord's awesome, really nice community. Yeah. Yeah, thank you for being in there, Ebony. Sharing some emoji files and stuff. I still gotta take a look at those. Pick through and put some on the server. But yeah, it's awesome. Really awesome to build the community over there. I'm try to be active on there when I'm not streaming or other things on here. So if you guys ever have questions or want to chat, I just added like a looking for group channel and stuff in there. So hopefully grow it to a fun community. Meantime, though, I'm going to start working on this side. Why not? It's only been 2 hours and 16 minutes. So, until my flower soil's out, which is going to be soon, I'm just going to use it up here. Let's see. Get this one off. Get that, and then can I get it just barely on the... Oh, I had it right there. Perfect. Try to glitch it into the tree. Try to get it down this side here. Yeah, Mossy Roof Marathon. Then everyone would see how much you stole from me. Hey, that's okay. That's okay, Lori. That's why I do the build videos, right? If I didn't want anyone to copy my builds, it would be kind of counterintuitive to be posting detailed tutorials of how to do all of them. Always love inspiring people with ideas. So yeah, if you've got a build that was inspired by something you saw that I did, by all means, that will not disqualify you from having a tour or showcase or anything, for sure. Oops, what happened here? Why do I have terrain floating in the sky? What the... Okay, hang on. Something must have been weird here. That's like a piece of dirt that was up there. Maybe an artifact from the Flame Altar update or something. Oh! There's like dirt inside this tree. It's connecting with itself. That's whack. Okay. Interesting. This is like... I've never had this happen before. Placing terrain blocks and then it just spawns dirt next to a tree. I can't really get rid of... Can I... Oop, I had it. Right there. And right there. Okay. We got it. That side's good. I'm gonna ask you to do a tutorial of your airship. Think that would be a bit much. Yeah, we gotta showcase it though, Joe. That was sweet. I wanna do a hot air balloon with using that similar concept at some point. I don't know where I'd put it, but I love that you did those big bags or the big sacks and stuff for like the balloon portion. That looked really cool. Yeah, I know, lots of attention to detail, exactly. I think a lot of people, unless you're like, you know, a crazy builder and stuff, not many people really realize how much goes into some of the builds. It's like part of this live stream series of the Tavern is to kind of show you like, yeah, this is it's not quick. You know, people be like, I don't blame them at all. People be like, oh, you know, when's the build video coming out? You know, next build video. It's like I'm supposed to like post build videos every week or something. Like, sorry, I can't. They take way too long to try to plan and come up with. So that's kind of where playthroughs or checking out other games, other fun stuff like that come in the meantime. There we go. So that took care of that little roof eave thing there. We should all be moss boss once the roof is finished. Yeah. Y'all can be get the I gotta create a moss boss role in my Discord. Started with the hot air balloon, scraped it, or oh, you scrapped it because it was so hard to get the balloon shape. Yeah, I can imagine. Oh my gosh, doing the more like oval or elongated shape that you did was probably easier for sure. That would be really hard because that whole thing would probably have to be like completely free placed. I'd imagine. Maybe you could start by snapping a circle with them and kind of build from there, but it would be difficult. That's for sure. Let's just place 2 of those guys right there. There we go. That'll be good enough for now. If you did it again, you build a framework with normal blocks. Oh, and snap the bags to that. That's a great idea, actually. That way you would actually be able to kind of visualize the shape you want, and then you could always like adjust, you know, with like Q and the scroll wheel and stuff, be able to adjust the blueprints of the bags and stuff in and out to sort of match that shape. You know, yeah, it might not be able to snap to that shape directly, but you could certainly, you know, try to match it a bit. Oh, you did your barn roof with moss. Nice, nice. Actually, can I use the double blueprint for this? Not this one. Okay. I have 8 flower soil left. That's all we've got right now. Then today's stream will be over. That'll be the defining factor. So how much moss do I want to place before I place the 8 flower soil is the question. I'll go ahead and use them in this section. Get one there. There we go. All the props have specific points, need to be placed on something else. Doesn't let you just free place them in midair, unfortunately. Yeah, that's true, because you can only raise them up from a specific thing. So actually, to your point, being able to have an existing structure that you do with other blocks would allow you to have that that point, which would work. The moss boss can't run out of moss. Hey, we didn't. Just out of flower soil. It's gone. Alright, one more thing of moss. I would add like the foliage here to the roof, but that would just it's too much for a roof. Do it in the trees and stuff, but it's a little too much for the roof. Yeah, we got a heck of a lot done on the roof today. And I think next time we should have no issues finishing the mossy roof. But with that, let's head up to the forest village, take another look with the foliage turned on. Wish I had a build camera for this part of things. All right, small foliage, turn it on. Quality. Get down here so the roof doesn't render out of place. There's our full roof. At least the whole front section. You wouldn't know it's not finished by looking at it from this angle anymore. That's gonna be so cool. Some big balconies and decks coming out. A waterfall below it going into the little pond and stuff. I mean, it's a big project. And it's not, you know, nothing here is like perfect by any means. It's a cool forest village. It's taught me a lot about building doing this big project. That's for sure. You know, I don't think it'll ever really be done. But it's been a lot of fun. It really has. Yeah. Could do a little fly around here. Can't really see much from the backside with all the trees, but it's kind of the backside there if I run up here. Yeah, it does look pretty neat. Having the pathway that'll go up through there. Take a look at it from the bottom here, because this is where the path to get up to it will kind of be from. That looks pretty sweet. It looks so much bigger from down here. Looming over the rest of the village, but it's pretty cool. Looks so good. There's Vuka nesting material. Look like dirty patches. Oh yeah, totally. That could be cool. Like to see you do a Japanese style, yeah. With the red marble, Enshrouded, stuff from May. Yeah, that would be really cool. Enshrouded would be really good for that. Old Japanese villa. I'd love to do that. Yeah, this looks pretty cool though. Again, the little moss patches don't render from down here because it's too far away, but it looks pretty neat. Having the paths kind of meet up. Waterfall is going to come down about where this red tree is. Something like that. That was a good spot for a tavern. I like it. It's going to have some great views on the balconies and stuff of the forest and things. Do some other little hobbit holes in this area. And then we'll be able to work on the tree a lot. I'm thinking a hunter's house could go in the tree. Which would be cool. Like another tree house on this side. Maybe on a branch that sticks out over here. And then I'm thinking a hanging tree house for the alchemist, possibly. That hangs from like a big chain or something from a branch. And just do some fun stuff in the tree. Yes, on the Japanese villa. All right, maybe I'll have to do something like that. I'll have to look at some inspiration, see what I could find and come up with. It'd be cool. All right, well, with that said, I suppose I will wrap it up for today. Got a lot done on the Mossy roof, actually. This was really great. We managed to still keep all the trees. So that's good, and we should just have about one more stream to finish the Mossy roof, which is cool. Stilt house coming off the tree, that would be cool too. Definitely. Stop eating the roof, right? For the yak. Thanks, Robka, yeah. So yeah, with that, be sure to check out the videos from earlier this week if you haven't. I've been posting a ton this week. We've got episode 1 of the RuneScape game. Bunch of you like that, so the next episode is coming out tomorrow with Crimson. Checking that out a little more. And then yesterday, I posted my ultimate, super cozy, probably the best build I've ever done in a level 1 flame altar. So check out that build video. Got a lot of content this week. And then a stream today. Figured I'd come back and just chat about some stuff, and we're getting sneak peeks of new games and updates and all kinds of fun things, so Definitely an exciting month or two. Can't wait to see what starts coming out. But thank you all so much for joining, and be sure to join the Discord server through the link in the description, or just !Discord and chat. And I will, yeah, see you over there. And as I said, I'd love to do like a cool showcase series of streams for any builds and creativity at some point in the future. So just to have it in the back of all your brains to get to building, if you'd like that. Alrighty. And of course, subscribe if you haven't already, or follow on Twitch if you're watching on Twitch. And I will see you next time. Cheers, everyone.